have seen this interview. Someone was asking about Cat Williams and myself, and I said Cat did something for
your brother.
For my brother that I would never, no one can ever say nothing bad about Cat to me. And let me say good morning to all of America. Never, no one can ever say nothing. Cat did something, you know, Cat, a lot of times, Cat has a great heart. A lot of people just don't understand him sometimes. But there is a great heart and a great young man.
Today, it's Madden NFL
helps
football.
People out without thought process, meaning I get to know what you probably don't know me. Monetary. Yeah, especially Cat did something for me that, I'm trying not to get emotional. Cat did something for me that had nothing to do with monetary value. It has something to do with the way your heart has been built. My brother,
the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
And my brother, the way he was sitting, he couldn't.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos.
Humans wouldn't do without thinking. He went and sat and talked to my brother while everybody else is backstage meeting everybody. He talked to him.
And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
And off we go from Denver.
What he did for my brother without.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right? 3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they
got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Thought he was standing up and walking again. You understand what I'm saying? That's why.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I know people who've done that for other people, but didn't give him more money, didn't put them in
back to throw.
like that, but just showed up for him. I say that
it's caught right side by Daniels. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. This defense for the Chiefs, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you got a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers. He's quick to give them credit, but I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Latino community, y'all fucked up.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Now look at you.
We'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at this Bronco defense, they've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Understand why I say this.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw.
You cannot.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Not like a normal baby, He went like this.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
I started training him at 4. I never let him get off a tee. You know, they let this kid tee on.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
I switched him.
Open man, that's the tight end front of you. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Anywhere between 300 to 500 balls a day. Dang. So you put a lot into it. A whole lot. And you already made a lot of mistakes that you was telling them not to do. And I said you.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Daniels. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and 5.
It was called the Rod Mexico block.
Back to throw here. That's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. Able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
I flew from Atlanta. Then I flew to Jacksonville. Picked him up.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll get to Pollard. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down.
And had him there by 9 in the morning. I saw Area 51. There really is Area 51.
They'll set up to throw.
And nobody in Roswell. I mean, that's my first time seeing it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
It's like
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots down the field.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like Zap, nobody had teeth.
Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
I felt betrayed.
They'll drop to throw.
Let me down and yourself down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. That's good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of
touchdown.
You asked me what happened.
Jalen Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Because we got to live up. We got to move on to the next check.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. Ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
You could have been that up.
Summer's not holding back.
Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's second down. When you look at this Bronco defense, against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave you underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection. formation as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Took off the way that this comedian's name that I said. Is it because you balance family life a lot better?
So the drive's going to start with Pollard.
That's an excellent question, and also you just gave a great answer.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
When I got into this, that couldn't stop. Did I want to be famous? Of course. That's why you get
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh my God!
Swinging this out for Pollard, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Man open, he's got it complete to Portland Sutton.
I'm special right now.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That don't matter.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
7 days with 2 minutes.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this deep, has got to be priority 1.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
People are paying money. I'm your comic relief. They need that. Pressure taken off.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Anything that I do it in front of your face.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. We're just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 9.
You from Gucci land? Yes, sir.
Looking to throw.
Gucci land.
Quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. The slot man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Now I'm looking at my pockets. And that's anybody with me or not. Look at my pockets. And I'm going to say this. There's going to be a whole bunch of people probably getting upset, but I'm speaking truth. Most comedians are of a certain status, I feel, would rather have
after one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
You know why? Because we're men. We're alphas.
2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football.
Why are you making all this money?
As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Most of the time, women, they're not in competition with you.
Gonna run again here with Pollard.
Great job.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
It makes it easier.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Calling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But I don't think I am.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
No.
They'll look to throw. And it is caught. Touchdown Broncos. Jalen Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
So now you do that if you want to. You ain't the first to say that. You ain't the first to say that.
Looks good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So down by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Why do you think Charlamagne looks like
And
a
that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
That's where we come from. I come from the same place you come from. One of my eyebrows look like that, and done.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Nowhere to go that time. He made it up the yard to the 40.
A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
I want to say this. You don't go to people's house when you meet them without homage of a gift. See why you kept that in? Yeah. This is created by me.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
See how that
what a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That catch for his career's number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Let me tell you something. I have a store card.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to challenge.
You go airborne or directly on the material. Yeah.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
But that was for my brother Rocky. I'm not changing nothing. Don't ever let nobody take your vision. Okay. Let me tell you something.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Calm down. You go airborne or directly on the material. Doesn't matter what you spray it on.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down.
God damn!
That's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
What you got in there? Oh, yeah, that's left.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
This is the Brown.
Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown.
Well, he'd been a workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now, y'all see how y'all smelling it right now? Guaranteed you will smell this for the next
Butker is on for the extra point.
You're going to smell it every time you walk in. Hey, because it mints.
And that one makes it 14-7.
He's at the store.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
It's overwhelming me right now. I can't even meet demands.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
I can't get it on there right now because I don't have the time sometimes. Yeah, we had 10
and
cases.
he'll just take a seat in the drive to get at the 25-yard line.
10 cases.
Out is their quarterback with his offense to take over once more. He had 3 touchdown passes in that game a week ago. He's got 2 already here in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10.
Bag, shoes, bedroom, closet.
The Chiefs are going to get him. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Well, it's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
And he rolls across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
He got a nickname for one of his girlfriends. He called her crack pipe.
She's a booty hole person.
The nickname is crack pipe. That's what he said. So your nickname is crack pipe.
Believe it or not, I'm not following nothing that.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Like the same jokes everybody else doing.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in. That big tight end. They work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Daniels. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Let me try to get my facts back. Did it switch? I'm trying to get my facts back.
You want stage your very end.
Yes.
Pollard will take it up the gut. They will power through. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I've always a dancer. I've always been physical. I jumped up my mama's roof.
Here's Pollard again.
Oh my God, yo.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All that air left out of me.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That wasn't hard because I would have broke that little thing. I was kind of high.
Now a give here to Pollard. Powerful running. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
And then do special. And then 2 special. Not going to stop coming.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from. And now he set up 1st and goal.
That's a nice running right there. That's what got him the 1st down. At this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Now they'll switch it up here with the throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
That was a 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're probably not making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this from a 9 down to about the 7.
to have to laugh a little bit
Damn.
because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and flip and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They
There
were
we go.
in a running play here, but I don't believe I could go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown. How about Snap? He's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 77 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm just telling you, tell me what I heard.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Finding Freiermuth. What a grab. And they're going to get this up to midfield. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's down the field for Jefferson. A leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Larry Graham was just either getting ready to walk off or walking off. And he saw me, and he told me, come on,
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
In rehearsal.
They'll run here with Pacheco. A good red zone run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Man.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Prince, something else. Prince a beast. When I looked at his eyes, like, you're not going to let me leave, are you? 2
of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pacheco. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14.
My back was cut out. They got him baby on back there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The back cut out.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the missus man, Tony Pollard. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just take the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game nonetheless.
That is taken down. first sack. Jalen Carter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
And he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken on the 25. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know fantasy. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation. So what they've seen already, they'll continue.
You talk about fantasy last week. Why don't you just play?
I'm not good enough to play this fantasy game. I enjoy watching you.
You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up. Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
This is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
I reach out to him. Both of us have different places in life.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Anybody, if you will allow me.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But I don't forget. Never forget. Because you think I'm going to let you rechamber on me. You're out your living mind. That's my problem. I can't let go sometimes. Depends on what you do. If it's something that...
They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. The pass is caught by Kate Otten. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Okay, and your dad is black. And your mom is...
Boy, you just told that lie just now, man. Where's daddy from?
Mixing up the middle.
Where's he from?
The tackle by N'Kobe Dean.
That was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
I know where it's at. And it's very small.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They eat baked fish as a meal. Damn. They eat baked fish as a meal.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. A 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll try to run to the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield that can take it the distance. In short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
I give.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
My priests are full of just fish, but I go.
Oh my God.
Took a shot, couldn't finish.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And like I tell brothers sometimes, I say, women never what? Women never forget. Men, believe it or not, never forget.
Here's 2nd and 10.
You think we know? Forgive the person we know.
Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This will be incomplete.
Oh my God.
It's okay.
Because if you don't do it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Congratulations on your book, man. Thank you, man. I got a few.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
The one that matters. Congratulations on your book, man. You're actually an intelligent brother. I appreciate that, man.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion with a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Mahomes to throw. Touchdown, Kansas City. Justin Jefferson. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Hell no. The planet did that. Totally. A crew.
Butker now to add the extra point.
Not even my crew. It was a crew that picked up my trip.
It's up and good to make it 21-17.
And at that time, she overseeing.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
We was in Newark, New Jersey. It was a snowstorm, so they held us.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match.
Pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. You're trying to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
I told them what happened. The captain denied it. Said I had never
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Yeah, so that was an automatic termination.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bonito able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
It's a pickup before, and it'll bring up second down.
Always cop and please when somebody bring down on you, man. Whatever, you only want to pop shit and apologize.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That is first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And I have to take your word for that.
Stop lying on this, Jake. Stop lying on
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. He's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on third and goal.
What you want, basically do, let's play ball because he can play some ball. He was slamming.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Justin Jefferson with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
If you don't want his type of truth,
and this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They're going to look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. That's why I said you trying to start.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on first and 10 at their own 16.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line. Now Mahomes on the bootleg, rolling to his right. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That flyer move, 74 yards. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
You know what I'm saying? So Donnell had to turn his old special to the black.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Like most Latinos.
And coming out now, the Broncos. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yeah, I'm not Latino. I feel like the light skin.
Second and 5.
Your right leg started to shake.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Yeah, because I don't know why y'all get so upset. Maybe it's all the peppers y'all eat. I don't know. And that heat be on the inside of your eye.
Now on first down.
Okay.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more on that one, and another
so a lot of
first
y'all
down.
You are not white. I know some of y'all want to be, but you're not. Menudo, chitlins.
He'll look to throw.
Same damn thing.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Yeah, but Menudo is poking livers.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. So from the 26-yard line, here's a second down and 9. Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Daniels. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Because I never thought, I mean, if y'all call on me, I'm going to come. I was in.
Back to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Tony Pollard from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
He swung at me when he missed it. I was walking. I was across the street.
So he really swung on.
Oh, yeah. I was walking out. He swung on me.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 131 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 18 yards to gain for number 18.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jefferson moving in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm just saying thank you, and you too. Y'all have been nothing but kind to me. And let me say,
they'll bring a tight end in motion left. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
We got a lot of info. People say I need to write a book. Who knows? Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Absolutely. Yeah, let's talk about it.
They will not have time to get another play in here. His time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I draw. I'm just saying, I draw.
On 1st down, Mahomes.
We both got outlets.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
You got to look at things as a business. You know, real quick, did you buy a bunch of homes in Detroit? No, that was
on 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Shut up, man. It's the Breakfast Club.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive bubble. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Mahomes firing complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Henry is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Derrick Henry within sight now of the all-time record for touchdowns in a career. And the Chiefs add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And they'll get 8 out of this before being
What's up, Christian?
28. Ball on the 28-yard
Appreciate you tapping in, man. Gonna go to that running back. Watch Pollard.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's
Ain't nobody fumbled in this game. That's crazy. You done had some big hits.
The tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. To throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward.
Still a lot of time
to pick up a 5 yards.
Gonna have to run that ball next time we get it.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been.
Shaw, where you from, man?
Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And he's gonna go.
Finally, y'all start sacking.
Back at the 40. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're going to go for it.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out.
Make sure y'all like this video, man.
And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
Gotta run the ball, bro.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Run the clock down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Yeah, he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. It's a gain of a yard. And the
Ball
Chiefs
50 on the ground is amazing work.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion.
Good job, Joe.
Going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, get your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Woo! Jefferson the target. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw now on first down. Chiefs are going to get him. Michael Dana in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. The throw over the middle taken in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Another kick, bro.
They'll look to throw here on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down.
I'm talking about you, right?
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes this to Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Third down and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Not a lot of people know about this brand, but it's one that I and a ton of other college and pro level athletes swear by. It's called Drip Drop. It's for...
Hey y'all, it's Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club. Sorry to interrupt. Y'all know how I do. So I'm here to talk about Top Dog Law. Y'all hear Top Dog Law all over your radio, and I know by now that if you want top dollar, you should also know this. You gotta call serious at work.
Wake that ass up. In the morning, The Breakfast Club.
Okay, so this news is actually breaking right now. Shout out to Ball Alert, who was the first outlet that we saw actually posted it. But last night, R. Kelly's team filed an emergency filing. I received the filing a little bit after midnight, so I believe that's why it's breaking right now, is because outlets are waking up. So in the emergency filing, they allege that R. Kelly was giving an additional dose of medication by prison staff, and they're alleging that because of that additional medication that he was instructed to take and that he actually took, he suffered a overdose. So they say that he woke up, R. Kelly woke up allegedly on June 13th, and he felt faint. He was dizzy. He started to see black spots. He got up and he fell. He crawled to the door of the cell and he lost consciousness then. At that point, he was placed on a gurney. He was taken by ambulance to a nearby hospital because they tried to take him to the hospital inside of or associated with the facility that he's in, but they couldn't help him, so they took him to an outside hospital. In that outside hospital, well, on the way to that outside hospital, his team alleges that it was overheard someone in the ambulance from the hospital say, this is going to open a whole new can of worms. R. Kelly's legal team then alleges that once he got to the hospital, it was then revealed that he had been given an overdose quantity of medicine. He was in the hospital for some days, and this was within 2 days of that original filing where his legal team is alleging that prison officials are trying to take him out of here. Now, they say in addition to this incident, this overdose, right, they're also pointing to the fact that R. Kelly allegedly has been asking for months to get some medical attention to a swollen leg. R. Kelly's legal team says that once he was taken to the hospital for this overdose situation, R. Kelly brought up the swollen leg, and they allege that doctors there then took a look at the swollen leg, and they found blood clots in R. Kelly's right leg, allegedly, in his left leg, and his lungs, allegedly. And R. Kelly's legal team is saying that R. Kelly was then told he should stay 7 days in that hospital for surgery, and then it would be an additional 2 weeks because of whatever care they're going to need to give him. But his legal team alleges that once the prison was contacted, R. Kelly was then removed against his will by guards from the prison and was not allowed to be treated. And they are saying that basically this could kill him because of the blood clots and the care that they're alleging he is not receiving. Now, they do say that all of this can be proven. They say that the things with him getting to solitary confinement and taking that additional medicine allegedly will be on prison cameras. They say on prison cameras you will see R. Kelly arrive to solitary confinement. When you arrive there, because he takes medicines already for anxiety and sleep and other things, you have to show your medicine to guards, which they say is on camera. And then they say you will see the additional medicine being brought to R. Kelly on camera as well. And that the stuff at the hospital with the clots and not being treated, all of those accusations they say can also be proven via hospital records. So they filed this emergency motion trying to bring light to this, to the same court that they are saying, hey, all this other stuff is happening. We're telling you he needs to be released because it is not
safe. But why does R. Kelly and his team feel like the feds are trying to kill him? Because he's not coming out until December 21st, 2045. He received 30 years of federal prison. So why does he think they're killing him? What does R. Kelly know that makes the feds want to kill him?
So according to R. Kelly's legal team in the first filing, and they reiterated in this one, that whole plot to uncover the fact that there were things that were done wrong when it came to, remember I talked about like the flipping of the witnesses and all these things that they're alleging happened. Basically they're saying the government and the prison officials have been covering up the fact that they did whatever they needed to do to convict R. Kelly allegedly, and his new legal team, in trying to file for other things, discovered that and brought it in a plan to bring it to light, and they found out. So this is all a way to cover that up. That is what R. Kelly's team is alleging.
Is it just me, or wasn't there a videotape of R. Kelly having sex with an underage girl? Did we not?
Yeah, they're not arguing that did not happen, right? What they're arguing is that when Azriel Clary, who was one of the major witnesses in R. Kelly's cases, and there's another woman who was also another witness in the Chicago case, that the way that they came about being those star witnesses was illegal. That's what R. Kelly's team is alleging. Like, they used an informant to flip these women who were not going to be witnesses. They used emails and phone calls from R. Kelly allegedly to another woman to then they gave it to this informant. The informant goes to these, ex-girlfriends or whatever they were at the time of R. Kelly's and gets them upset and makes them want to testify, and that is illegal.
But R. Kelly's team does know that they were selling them R. Kelly porn tapes like the Nintendo Switch 2. Like crazy outside of clubs back in the day.
R. Kelly's
all over the place on Canal Street and like crazy. Like we all see the tape.
Trying to figure out why he wasn't.
It was illegal to see the tape, but mad people see the tape.
R. Kelly's legal team knows everything we know because we all watched that case play out in public, and not public, but like we followed it, and they have still filed this. And they also point to the fact that the government called the first filing, because remember I was like, yo, this is like a movie. They're saying that this man inside is supposed to take him out, and they're like, people call this theatrics and fantasy, but here is something that we can prove via hospital records and jail video allegedly. So so that is what's happening right now with R. Kelly, and the news is breaking literally right now. So
I just have one last question. What's the probability